Hello everyone and welcome back to the 101 sessions with Gogo Msare, and I'm your host Gogo M, giving you guys tips, lessons and teachings on everything spirituality. Okay, so today is not going to be a lesson. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a tarot reading. Basically, I'm going to be doing a tarot and oracle reading on the energies of this month, right? The month of August that we just got into. So to be honest with you guys, this is a collective reading, so some things will resonate to some people while it won't resonate to everyone else. So basically, for everyone that's watching, take what resonates, take what you feel is connected to you, because I was just in the energy and the feeling of doing this, right? So my setup is not the best today, so I won't be showing you guys the shuffling. As a matter of fact, I already shuffled the cards over here, and yeah, we're gonna start with tarot cards and then move on to oracle cards, right? So with the tarot cards that we have here, the first card that came out was the Fool, right? Followed by the Eight of Swords, and then the Ace of Swords. So with these first three cards that came along the way, man. So with the Fool is actually a very good card, especially when it comes up upright, even though at the moment I'm not reading vessels, but so far it comes with the energy of there's gonna be a lot of good things that happen in this particular month of August, right? There's gonna be so many opportunities, man. But with these particular opportunities, it comes as though, or rather it feels as though you may be someone who is blinded, or you may feel as though that you are trapped in a cycle whereas things are not moving the pace that you're supposed to. So as opposed to you seeing this salvation or this energy of the Fool in your life, this joyous celebration energy, you're still stuck in this energy whereas you feel as though you're blinded. You don't know what to do. You don't know which decisions you need to make, which things are gonna go your way and what is not gonna go your way. So you're actually stuck in this very negative Eight of Swords energy. And this is where, as with the Fool being shown here, I'd say that your ancestors and your spiritual guides are asking you to just stop with the heavy emotion, because it comes as though, given the fact that the Eight of Swords is the second thing that came away, it comes as though this negative energy that you're in is something that is overpowering you, whereas you're not even able to see the changes that are coming into your life. You're not even able to see the Ace of Swords, which is an achievement that is on your way. You're not able to see this because you're stuck in this Eight of Swords energy, and this Eight of Swords energy will only like delay certain celebrations that are coming your way. Hence, that is why I feel like the Fool is the one that came out showing this joyous celebration or this particular breakthrough that is coming into your life, because you are stuck in a negative mindset, right? And whereas they're talking about this particular negative mindset, the ancestors are showing the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords came followed by the Three of Cups. Name. So with this cards that came in, the Two of Swords and the Three of Cups, I'd say that they're saying that there needs to be a decision, a very difficult decision that needs to be made here. Whereas there are two paths and two choices that you need to choose from. And either one of these choices is the ones that will bring you to this particular celebration, or rather this breakthrough that you are looking for over here, right? But get that thing out, whatever decision you make, even though one is the right one, the other is not the right one, I see it as though, given the confirmation from the Three of Cups over here, I'd say that your ancestors are making sure that you choose the right path, meaning that whatever decision you're going to make, it could be a decision of leaving a certain workspace, leaving a certain person, leaving a certain group of friends. For some of you guys, you might have found yourself in a very toxic environment, because with this Eight of Swords here, I'd say that you are someone who's been in a very toxic environment for quite some time now, né? And I feel it more in in terms of friend groups and work, as opposed to in terms of relationships, whereas there's just been a lot of negativity and chaos in your surroundings. Whereas once you make the decision that is going to bring this celebration into your life, this is whereas you'll find yourself celebrating with people, and the people that you will be celebrating with are people that come into your life with good intentions, man. So meaning that some of the decisions that you're going to be making are going to be decisions that will actually push you to let go of certain people or certain things that no longer serve you. This is a time whereas you need to change, because certain successes or celebrations, which is shown in the Ace of Swords and also the Fool here, I'll say that these are celebrations that will only come once you've put yourself in the right environment and the right circle. Whereas your ancestors, I'd say that I feel the sense that your ancestors, they've been putting you through a lot of tests recently, né? And with this particular test that they've been putting you through, they want to see whether or not you have learned. So this is basically your last hurrah, depending on what decision you choose to make. So if you choose to stay in this particular toxic environment, then you will not get the Ace of Swords, the offering, the achievement that you're looking for. You'll not be able to find the celebration that you're supposed to get to at the end of the day. So be very cautious on the decisions that you're making, né? And in these decisions that you're making, I'd say that it is the perfect time for you to look inwards as opposed to outwards, because some of you guys may be thinking, how do I do this? How do I remove myself from this particular environment? Where do I start? Why do I, like, how do I need to go about it, né? But the ancestors are coming through in a sense that they are guiding you, né? And Lorna, we have the Ace of Cups here, so this does confirm walking away here, né? I didn't even say this. So this confirms you needing to walk away, né? And you walking away because it's gonna be a very difficult thing for you to do, because when you're walking away, as depicted in this cards, this is someone who's walking away, and as they're walking away, they're leaving cups over here. These cups are certain benefits that they had in this particular environment, in this particular friend group, or in this particular relationship now. So you're looking back at this particular benefits and you're thinking, wow, I'm leaving this. And you basically leaving this is gonna be such a difficult decision, because you're now thinking of all the things that you built in the process, but this no longer serves you. And hence that is why spirits are showing you at a point where as you need to make a decision to walk away from all of these things. Now you need to make a decision to walk away, because right now you're in a very negative energy. You're blinded by all the things that you've achieved and all the things that you have to leave behind, that you're not seeing the celebration that will come at the end of the day. We have the Nine of Cups here, and the Nine of Cups just shows serenity, peace, happiness, a joyous sensation there. So some of you guys are actually also going to find peace in whatever benefits you're going to find at the end of the day. So hence this is where, as your spiritual guides and your answers are saying that with whatever it is that you're going to be leaving behind, these are things is going to bring you more peace at the end of the day than anything else. And moving on to our angels and ancestral messages, man, the first thing that we have here is the Sage. Be devoted and committed. So whatever decision that you choose to make here, né? Whatever decision that you feel like is the right one for you here, make sure that you're committed to it. Give your all into it. So if, let's say, for example, this is work related and you're choosing to leave a certain department to another, or a certain job or a career change, because some of you guys may be going through a career change, it is very important for you guys to be very much devoted in whatever change it is that you're going to be jumping in, because if you're not devoted and if you're not committed into it, then you will not get the results that you're looking for at the end of the day, meaning that you need to work twice as hard as you would have if you were in another environment. But at the end of the day, one thing that I'll say is that whatever work you put in, you're going to celebrate at the end of the day. Now you're going to find yourself in a position where as you are happy, you're content, you are at peace. Nah? And whereas you're at peace, the ancestors and the spiritual guides will actually guide you, because I'm seeing the air guardian. Nah? Whereas they're saying that you need to shift your perspective. Nah? And with the air guardian, I believe air as a directory thing. So like looking at nature, the wind blows, and when the wind blows, it blows the trees and everything else in nature into a certain direction. Name. So with whatever decision you make, whatever change that you make, name, understand that you will be guided by your ancestors and your spiritual guides and your angels at this particular point in time. Name. But it will also need you to change your perspective on certain things, change how you look at things, change how you look at people. Some of you guys are very naive from what I'm feeling here. Name. You just see everyone as so sweet and amazing that you don't see the flaws that come with the people that are in your surroundings. Hence that is why you were in this basically toxic environment, and this was the lesson that needed to be learned at that particular point in time, meaning that in whatever aspect in your life that you're about to jump into at this moment, it is very important for you to actually change your perspective about everything, to see things not through the eyes of a child or the eyes of a cynic, but through the eyes of a realist to a certain extent, because at this point in time this decision requires you to be real. And with this angel and oracle message that we have here, we have the crow being shown lastly here, and with this crow it is actually autumn name. So autumn is actually the beginning and the end of everything. So the message is release the old and rest. Yeah. So this is where, as it does go hand in hand with the Eight of Cups here, whereas they were saying it is time for you to walk away from certain things that no longer serve you. This is the perfect time for you to walk away from situations, environment, people, spaces that no longer serve you. Release the old so you can make room for the new things. And so you can basically rest, because the way it's been, it seems as though you have been in a constant battle, not only with yourself but with the people around you, and this particular thing hasn't been giving you the peace that you need to receive. So with this particular change, whereas you need to be committed, devoted, you need to shift your perspective, you also need to release the old name and rest, because basically what they're saying here is that you cannot start a new journey whereas your mindset is still stuck in the old one. That is something that is actually gonna delay your progress in this particular new journey that you're about to venture in, and you're not going to be able to see the fruits of the bearing. You're not going to be able to have the peace that you're supposed to receive, because I feel as though if you're going to enter this new environment, workspace, friend group, relationship, with the same mindset of last time, then the same results will be the ones that you receive, because when you enter something new with the same mindset, you expect things to go in a certain way, whereas at this point in time it is not supposed to, but you'll end up manifesting a result that is not supposed to be there, because you are going through a point whereas you have been hurt, you have been damaged to a certain extent, you have put your guards up. Yes, change your perspective. Don't look at things the eyes of a naive person, but don't look at things as a cynist either. That is one thing that I want to emphasize. Don't look at things as a cynist or a naive person. Be realistic, and that way you'll be able to enjoy what is coming your way this time of the month, And Lorna, like I said, it all comes down to the decision that you make initially. Whatever decision you make, if you choose to stay in the environment that you're in, then you will not be able to get the celebration and the new things that are being shown here. But if you choose to move, not only are you choosing a new path for yourself, but you're also going to have to choose different ways in which you are going to react to certain circumstances, certain situation, what it is that you're going to allow in your life, what it is that you're not going to allow in your life. So it's very important for you to listen with your mind and your heart with this. Listen to what your ancestors are saying, so at the end of the day, the decision that you make can be the decision that brings the best results for you, right? And moving on into the whispers, or not really, the Rose Oracle, The Rose Oracle is a deck of messages, It shows about the grandmother, It says, remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings, So okay, it says, remember your roots, perspective, and trust the weavings, So as much as I'm saying you shouldn't let the old baggage from the past affect how you see things right now, try not to forget it. Try not to forget certain situations that you are put into that broke you, that affected you emotionally, mentally, financially, however they did affect you. Remember those things, And whereas you're going to remember those things, remember the different perspectives or how it is that you want things to change, because most of you guys are jumping into this new decision whereas you are feeling, or rather you're in a point whereas you're like, I want things to change. I want to change the way that I am as a person. I want to change the way that I see things, So you need to remember the changes that you set to your side, And this is whereas with the changes, you're also going to be getting guidance from your ancestors. This is whereas in this deck they're showing a couple of grannies over here. So meaning that not only are you going to get your guidance from your emotions, but also or from your decisions that you make, that you're going to say you're going to change about yourself, but also your ancestors are going to be guiding you a lot. It could be through dreams, it could be through visions, it could be through your intuition, but there will be guidance. So try to remember the guidance that you're receiving from your ancestors as much as you can. And then we have after the rain, the silver lining, relief, hope, mercy is over, acceptance. So for most of you guys, you're going to have to accept the fact that certain things are no longer there for you. Certain things, like they no longer serve you. When you choose to walk away, it is guided, or rather it is important for you not to go back, or rather be drawn back into this particular negative environment that you are in. So with this card saying, remember the rain, it's over. You need to accept that certain things are done for. Certain things that no longer serve you. You chose to walk away from these things. You made a decision and said that this is not where I'm going to be in my life. This is not what I'm going to entertain anymore in my life. You need to stick by that, because for some of you guys, you may be having this nostalgic feeling, because you might find that you're a very sentimental person. You're someone who finds it difficult to walk away from certain things, from certain people, from certain environments, especially when you've invested so much of yourself into them. And whereas you feel like you've invested so much, letting go and starting over is just a whole new process, and it can be so stressful. It can be extremely stressful. All the work that you've done there, you feel like it was for nothing. Ne? So you have this sensation now and then that says, maybe I can go back. Maybe I should go back. Maybe things will change for the better. But they're saying that you need to accept that certain things are over. Ne? And once you learn to accept this is where you're going to have so much relief. You're going to have so much hope. You're going to have the peace that you're looking for. You'll be able to sit in your Nine of Cups energy, whereas you're just there enjoying the fruits of your bearing, because that is something that you've been missing out on. Because right now your mind is just stuck on the past and how things could have turned out, but things did not turn out that way, and they never will, basically, from what I'm being shown here, if I'm honest. So right now, acceptance is the most important thing. This acceptance, even if you have to accept that certain relationships, friendships are never going to be mended the same way, certain betrayals, you need to accept that this happened and move on, then you just have to do that. There's nothing else you can do. Because remember that certain things are there in our lives for a period of time. You need to learn from this thing so you can move forward, because if you're still stuck in the same place, you're not learning. And that is going to put your ancestors in a point whereas they cannot allow you to move forward in your life, or your angels to allow you to move forward in your life, because you're still stuck in the same toxic pattern that you were supposed to walk out of years ago or months ago, or the same thing that you're supposed to learn from. Because remember that if you're not learning from certain experiences, then you cannot ascend spiritually or materialistically or careerically or relationshipically, okay, so the other card that came here is Whispers of the Mother and also the Rose of Venus. So the Whispers of the Mother is actually about channeling. So this is where, as it goes hand in hand with the Grandmother's card that came out here, whereas there's going to be a lot of wisdom that comes from your ancestors. So some of you guys are going to need to learn how to channel your ancestors, your spiritual guides, your inner child. So some of you guys, through the experiences that you've been through, it may have also gone hand in hand with childhood trauma, whereas there are certain toxic traits that were there in your life while you're growing up, and basically you're letting go of them, as opposed to letting go of people, a work environment type of thing, those type of things. You're letting go of certain toxic patterns that you had to yourself. So in terms of letting go of all these things, you also need to channel your ancestors, your spiritual guides, your inner child. And with channeling your inner child, this is where, as it's shown, that creativity and inspiration are going to start coming to you in a very rapid pace, whereas you're just there building, creating, putting life into certain things that were in your head but you were never able to bring into light. Because now that you've let go of certain traumas, maybe you were growing up knowing that you might not be able, or being told that you're not going to be able to do certain things or achieve certain things. Now that you've let go of certain perspectives or learnings or teachings that you've been told, you've walked away from these things, and now you can dive into your creativity, and it's going to be a very fruitful month for you. With the Venus of with the Rose of Venus being shown here, it's going to be a very fruitful time for you this month of August, whereas it's going to be fruitful for you. This is a time whereas you're going to be aligned with your true destiny, and hence that is why this very difficult decision has to be made. This decision for some of you can put you through a very bad emotional space, but do not allow it to happen for a long time. Give yourself 2-3 days to cry about it and then move on, because with the Venus of Rose being shown here, it is alignment, being aligned with your true purpose, being aligned with your inner child, being aligned with your spiritual guides. Okay, and with this particular alignment and acceptance that you're gonna get into, there's gonna be harmony. They're showing the right relationships for you. You're gonna find yourself meeting the right people, engaging with the right crowd, people that will benefit you, people that will propel you into a new path that you may have thought of going into but never really thought what you will. But at the same time, remember to connect with your ancestors, channel your spiritual guides, and whereas you're going to be channeling your spiritual guides, they're showing us growth here. So meaning that whatever it is that you'll be getting yourself into, it is something that is going to have a lot of growth. So with this particular group, the message that we have the number 49. So 49 may be very important for you. This is an oracle. The number that is important for you is 49. It can be your lucky number as well. It says, growth requires you to step out of your comfort zone. Growing pains can help you in gaining wisdom and experience. The old must be left behind before going into the new. This is exactly what I've been telling you guys the entire time. So it's time for you to grow and, encounter new experiences. Whatever it is that you've been crying about, letting go and whatnot, let yourself feel this pain. Let yourself learn from this. Let yourself grow. Because in this picture, they're actually depicting a lady sleeping, and she just seems like someone who is sad about what it is that she has to leave behind. So it basically shows that whatever decision that you make, you will not be happy about it. You will be sad. You'll be heartbroken. You will wish that certain things would have been different, but it's not gonna be like that. It's time for you to grow, and growing is not comfortable. Growing hurts. Growing is the worst. It's not the worst thing. It is a good thing, but the way you go about growing has to be the most painful experience that anyone has ever went through, but it is something that's needed. And then after growth, we have freedom. This is where, as once you have grown, once you have learned, and once you have moved from whatever environment that you are in, whatever mental or emotional environment, let it be in yourself or with the people or the things around you, you will finally have your freedom. You'll finally be happy. You'll finally be able to explore and do things that you've always wanted to, because some of the things that we are talking about here, or some of the things that have been putting you in this state, have also been keeping you from enjoying your life to the fullest. So right now they're showing freedom, and they're saying free yourself from limiting beliefs and attitudes. So this also talks about your inner child, whereas you're so stuck in the mindset that I will not be able to achieve certain things. You need to free yourself from that now. So with this growth, once you've done the growing, you are going to get into a point where as you are free, you're feeling free now. You're just in a space of complete freedom. You're understanding yourself, you're understanding your life, what it is that you need to do, and you can actually go ahead and pursue certain dreams that you've had, things that you wanted to do but always thought, I'm not equipped for doing those things. It's time for you to do them. And the second last card that we have in terms of this reading, we have the Goddess, and the number for the Goddess, it's actually 24, right? So this is basically about you stepping into your feminine energy. So the feminine energy doesn't necessarily mean that you're a woman. No, it doesn't mean that you're a man. It's just the energy that you're entering into, because the feminine energy is an energy of nurturing, an energy of creation, an energy of self-love, self-appreciation, an energy of being soft, being gentle to yourself and to your surroundings. So you're about to jump into your feminine energy. So when you finally get the freedom, the urge to enjoy yourself, you're going to balance your both masculine and feminine energy. And this is the point where, as once you've done the work, then now you can receive the fruits of your bearing. You can enjoy what it is that life has for you. And whereas you enjoy whatever it is that you're going to receive, you need to just step into your feminine energy, whereas you're allowing yourself to enjoy this. Because some of you guys are not allowing yourself to enjoy anything. You're so stuck in this mindset, oh my god, what if something goes wrong? Stop with the limiting thoughts and this negative wonders that may be coming to you. This is the perfect time for you to fully enjoy the fruits of your bearing at the end of the day. And also we have the number 15, which is naked. Do you feel exposed or outed in some way? What is making you feel inadequate, guilty, ashamed, or vulnerable? What do you need to release? So in terms of everything that you'll be doing throughout this month, it's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of self-introspection. You're gonna need to understand yourself, know exactly why it is that you need to do what you need to release from your childhood traumas, from the toxic environments that you were in. It is time for you to release these things that no longer serve you. And once you've done that, once you've really ripped yourself naked from all those things, then that is where as you can actually find everything that you're looking for. Okay, let me see if there's any last message here. Any last message? Okay, we have a card. Okay, so the card that we have here is number 32, which is courage and boldness. So it actually says step into courage despite your fears. So this is actually the word of the night. Step into your courage. Be bold. Be courageous. Be bold in whatever it is that you need to do. If you need to walk away, don't let fear stop you from diving into what you need to do. Don't let fear drag you down. Don't let fear hold you back. This is a time for you to change and transform. And if you allow fear to do that to you, you're not going to see anything at the end of the day with your results. Okay? Speak your truth, basically. Okay? I must say it again, speak your truth. So I actually love this picture, and it also has the owl in it. So I feel like with the owl, because you always see the owl just sitting somewhere, just looking at everything in the pitch black night and everything. So I feel like in terms of you being bold and being courageous, you also need to be very observant. be very observant of the energies and the people that are coming into your life, the new energies, even the old ones. Be observant of everything. So when you do make the decision that you need to make, it is a decision that you are most content with, regardless of the fact that you're still going to sit down and wonder about the past, but you will get over that eventually. Anyways, this is it for today's reading, the monthly reading for August. I'm actually very happy with this reading. I was actually like a little sad when I started, but now I'm feeling like, you know. Yeah, so that is the message that we have for you guys tonight, today. I hope you guys enjoy your month. I hope you guys have a very fruitful month, and whatever decision you make, know that you are not walking alone. Your spirit and your ancestors are walking with you, and you'll make the right decision regardless. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. I really appreciate it. Hey guys, have a beautiful night, and if you have any questions, please leave them on the comment section. And currently, no, I am not doing any readings, tarot card readings. I'm only using Divine Bones, and yeah, so those are the readings that I will only offer. But if you guys have any type of tarot reading that you want, please feel free to leave it on the comment section. Inform me that you want me to make a reading regarding certain things, and I'll be more than happy to do it. Anyways, have a beautiful one. Take a sign. Bye bye.